The year's 2000 in Borneo, China. I think Borneo's in China. Anyway, whatever. In Borneo, China, 16 castaways are marooned on a beach. In the end, 39 days later, they've all battled it out, forming alliances and competing in challenges against each other. Richard Hatch is crowned the first winner of Survivor. And 25 years later, the show is still going strong, on track for its 50th season. Today we're talking about how Survivor survived. No other shows have lasted as long as Survivor has and still been good. I will say that. Now, I'm a Big Brother glazer and I believe Big Brother's better than Survivor. That's for another day. Today we're talking about Survivor. So, 688 episodes, 47 seasons so far. No signs of stopping though, they're still moving forward. Welcome back to Literal TV, where we are literally talking about Survivor again. Because last Survivor video did well and I had a really fun idea for this one. I just want to talk about how Survivor has consistently not only stayed relevant, but also stayed good and really evolved across the years to show that it's not a weak format that can just be broken in a few seasons, which I think is different to shows like The Circle, House of Villains, or The Traitors. Honestly, I'm worried about down the line will be this stale format, because while it's a new kid on the block right now, it's not gonna, I don't see that lasting 40 seasons, and that's okay. Not every show has to last 40 seasons, but the fact Survivor has just shows how great it is. Now, Survivor really bends the game. Also, quickly, I do want to say the Literal Games Season 1, Episode 1 is now out. It's my own reality series on this YouTube channel, and I want to play the trailer for you right now. Episode 1 is out, Episode 2 will be out later this week. So I just want to give you a taste. Hopefully you're interested in it and you enjoy it. It's going to be a competition with people that applied. Yeah, alright, play the trailer. You are about to witness the first reality TV production from Literal TV. The Literal Games live. 10 competitors are gathered for a 5-episode event. By the end of the season, one will grab the crown and be Literal Games champion. But along the way, don't be shocked by any big characters.
She was lucky I was eating my kebab, because if I wasn't eating anything, I would have cussed her right out then and there.
The JT's kind of cute, so I want to keep him around.
Drama.
I'm going to be a bit realer. I voted this person because they did kind of annoy me.
I got the person that annoyed me from get-go.
And twists.
Guys, you will vote in private, but you will have to announce that vote publicly to everyone.
This is the Literal Games live, coming soon. Alright, that was a trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been a really fun project, but I don't want to waffle on about that. Today you're here to find out how Survivor survived. So, how did it survive? Well, I want to go over the 3 main things that caused it. But first, I just want to talk about the season that really helped me get back into Survivor. And that's Survivor 46. I think Survivor 46 fixed a lot of the errors that the new era had. And I do have problems with Survivor nowadays with the new era, but I do think that Survivor 46 was an amazing season that really brought back a lot of the fun things we were missing. So the characters were better, the drama was better, the edit was better. I think there were just more interesting moments. I just really enjoyed it overall. And while I'm not a huge fan of the winner, I felt it was just not very interesting as a winner back, because for me the edit was obvious but the gameplay wasn't showing. It was just the edit was constantly focusing on the winner, Kenzie, and Kenzie seems cool. Don't harass her at the fucking salon. Chill, bro. She had to go to the salon to get a new haircut so people wouldn't recognize her. God. Yeah, but apart from that, season 46, very great season, and I think it had a lot of fun characters. But it was carried by a few, which I don't like, and I think that's an issue with the new era still. But we'll get into that. So, 3 reasons the show is still going today. I'm going to get right into them. There is also some stuff about what I think the show could be doing better, but hey, that's... who am I to judge? I'm just some random kid with fucking... I say kid, I'm 18. I'm not a kid. I'm a grown boy. I'm a man. But I only have 50 subscribers. Who am I to judge? 100 subscribers and we'll get a 30-minute video. Anyway, start off straight away. Changing the game without changing core premise is something that I really think helps Survivor survive. The twists that they add, obviously a lot of them miss. fire making at Final Four. I think it's a miss of a twist, and I think it was low-key rigged, but it helps give new dynamics to the Final Four. You know, we've seen everything happen at Final Four at this point. There's not really anything that can happen. But it's a Final Four vote. It's 4 people voting. Is it that interesting? I prefer it still. I still prefer it, but it's something where they've fixed something because they think it's boring. And I do like that they've evolved the game in that way, but I do think they could be doing better things to evolve it. Maybe some more twists, like a possible demerge would be fun. Like, once you get to the merge, you've had a round or 2, and then you split the merge into 2 tribes that actually compete against each other rather than just going to 2 tribals and taking 2 people out, because that's not a demerge, that's a double elim. I think that'd be fun, something like that. But that's my first thing on the change of the game. Also, some new advantages they put in, because it makes players unsure about what they have to watch out for. The new era has done a good idea. That's not a sentence. The new era hasn't. Oh my god, that's not a sentence either. The new era has done a good job of really bringing in advantages that are interesting, but there's been some that I don't like. The knowledge is power. But I do have some more to say about the knowledge is power later. Some cool twists like the amulets, which, really be honest, I don't actually remember how the amulets worked because I feel like they weren't that important to the season overall, but really cool concepts that I think could be used well. Maybe some more like half idols would be fun though. Some things where people have to come together to use an idol, kind of like Age of Extinction, but both people find them separately and have to kind of figure it out. I think that'd be really cool. And finally, 90-minute episodes really do change the pace of the game and allow this new stuff to be shown at the same time while keeping the core of the game, which is survival element. And I think the survival element has been lost a bit. You get more of them just surviving in the longer episodes, even if it's not necessarily, you know, they're not going out in the wild, but they are resting at camp and engaging in conversations, which we just weren't seeing as much, which was a shame, because I think in the 30s and the early 40s, there wasn't enough character moments for me. I think that's why, like, I look at a season like season 41 and I think that, like, this isn't a cast that I really see anyone and think they were a great character. Shan had some great moments, but overall that season wasn't a great character season because the edit was so weird, as they had to include all these things about like going to islands and finding advantages. That is why 90-minute episodes were a great fix. Why is someone outside my house? It's nearly 5 a.m. while I'm recording this. Anyway, that's a side note. Next up, changing the strategy of the game is what keeps it interesting as well. Back when Richard Hatch played the game, he formed the first ever alliance, the Taggy 4. But over time, the pagonging strategy really faded out and tapered into something much more interesting. People forming alliances cross-tribe when swaps came into the play, and really be more cutthroat. Even though Richard Hatch is a legendary villain, he has nothing on like a Johnny Fairplay or a Rob Mariano. These people that, I say Rob Mariano, whoa, not the government. No, but you know, it's been fun to really see people evolve. And I think, well, I have some problems with the lack of villains recently. We get a decent chunk in this era after season 1, which slowly developed. And I think in the new age, the advantage metas really changed the gameplay as well, with the knowledge is power advantage making season 41's merge episode the best episode of that season. The episode where, the merge is really weird because that season had like the mergatory, but the episode where Xander swaps the idol out and it ends up basically fucking over the knowledge's power, I thought that was great as an episode because of the advantage. And the knowledge's power isn't a good advantage if it gets used correctly. That's the problem. Same with an idol nullifier, honestly. Idol nullifiers can be fun in terms of like having to avoid someone knowing you have an idol, but at the same time, if it's like Final 5 with an idol nullifier, someone will just play it because if they don't want the person to use one. If the person just had one and didn't tell anyone, it's a shame. Also, live tribals, I hate to say it, I know people hate them, but there's some really fun live tribals, especially once they added subtitles. Before subtitles, I get it, but I love a double eviction. I'm a big brother head. Live tribals are really a part of that as they bring it down. And I think, honestly, I wouldn't mind like double evictions happening in Survivor. Like, you know, they're at tribal, they have to basically do a challenge at tribal and do a vote. I believe they did that in like Redemption Island or South Pacific, but it's kind of weird. I think they should do it again either way. But yeah, live tribals can be fun as long as we know what's going on, which is sometimes a problem. But in 41, actually, they were a stronger part of it. I think it started in 40 with subtitles though. Finally, casting new people is something I really think has helped the show. I know people were complaining during 41 when Jeff Probst was like, no returnees ever, but that's not what he actually said. People just acted like he did. But in reality, it's been really good to have newbies because I think it keeps it refreshing. Now, the issue is obviously, I think for me, there's a lot of standouts. There's some people that are really great, but the problem is they're standouts because the rest of the cast isn't as good as them, which is a problem. Like, Q genuinely is one of my favorite Survivor characters of all time. And he's the reason that got me back into Survivor. I kept hearing these memes about Q and I was like, I need to watch this season. And Q did not disappoint. He was a legend. You also have Carolyn, Jam Jam, Cody. These are some characters that would stand out on even like classic golden era Survivor. But they're on the new era and I don't mind it because it really gives them room to breathe, because I do think there's a lot of weak casting on the new era, and I don't just think it's a new era problem. I think it's also a 30s problem and a 20s problem at points as well. But I still enjoy the show. I'm making a complaint here. I think casting new people does help, and them making some really good decisions. I think 46 had amazing casting, and I'm going to be honest, 47, still haven't finished the season. I need to get to it, but I did like some of the people. But why first boot of Survivor? The reason I didn't finish it, I watched the first episode, and the first boot was the guy I liked the most. And I was just like, bro, why? The guy seems so cool. I've never even seen his podcast. It's something like some woke podcast. No, but it's some like left-wing podcast, which, listen, I'm meant to be politically unbiased, but that is cool. So yeah, after my comments about Republicans, I need to be careful. I got an angry comment, and I am to please. Okay. Now, what could the show do better, though? Because I've given you 3 reasons for Survivor survived. I think for the show to survive even longer, they need to keep listening to fans on certain things. Now, fans are stupid about some things. They say, never go back to Fiji. And it's like, okay, it's really sustainable for them to go to Fiji. And if you don't want the show to be cancelled, let them be cheaper. I'm just telling you, please let them be cheaper, because this show gets good viewers still, and it's still very relevant culturally in certain circles. You know, I just hear random people bringing it up. Like, I was listening to a Severance interview. I might do a Severance video at some point on this channel, but I just know, like, it's so off course. I heard a Severance interview today, though, and they mentioned Survivor on it, like, twice. And it was like, you know, just random places you see Survivor still mentioned. It's honestly cool how culturally relevant it can be at times. Obviously, it's not this big event anymore like it used to be, but I think listening to fans on certain things to keep the show alive would work. Like, they have some good ideas for twists, good ideas for returnee casting as well, which I think they've tried to do for 50. And also, I think with the location thing, possibly one season in Fiji a year, and then one season in somewhere else. Because you just stop yawning mid-video, I feel rude, bro. Like, you're my guest, you know what I mean? But a season somewhere else possibly would honestly be kind of cool, right? I honestly think that's kind of the way to go if the people want different locations. But Fiji is so sustainable. Maybe get either 2 permanent locations or 1 permanent and then switch around for the other one, and use more movable challenges that aren't as hard to transport, and so you don't have to fuck up too much. Because I understand why they're staying in Fiji. That's the thing, is I don't hate on them for that. If they really do want to stay in Fiji, that's fine. But fans want a change. I don't mind a change. Yeah. Finally, something that they could do better is just cast more villains for me. But that's just me, because that is something that the fans say as well. I'm a fan, that's why I'm saying stuff. I'm not a fan, but I think casting more villains would be great for the show, because it really creates entertainment and drama, which I think season 46 was perfect. It had enough villains. Venus, Q, kind of Liz was I wouldn't call Liz a villain, but she was a negative presence for a lot of viewers. Not for me though. I didn't hate on Liz. She seems like she's fine. I think she's had some funny moments after the season, honestly. But yeah, honestly, that's about it for my Survivor 40. What? Why am I acting like this is a Survivor 46 video? This is just a Survivor video. But guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy my commentary. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm really hoping to get to 100 subscribers soon, and I can drop a half an hour video for you guys then. I don't know what that video will be yet, but let me know. It will be a reality TV video though, so please just, obviously Literal Games episodes, maybe longer. But yeah, also watch the Literal Games Season 1, Episode 1, and the following episodes. It's a really fun watch. I've edited it like a reality show. I really want it to feel like a reality show for that reason, so check it out. Just, you won't regret it, guys. You won't regret it. Yeah, alright. Thanks for watching. Bye. My voice just broke there. Bye.